Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 25th. We're going to jump right in here, Capricorn, and we're just going to see what is coming up for you at this time. Damn. This is a good reading, Capricorn. The Sun, you have the Fool showing up here as well. This is looking pretty good so far. So let's ruin it with the last card. Nope. The past 20 readings that I've said are going to be positive have all been ruined except for you with the last card. So definitely a really good reading for you here, Capricorn. You start off with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is wholehearted energy. I always say she represents putting your heart and soul into something, really giving something everything you got. And if you do that with the Queen of Wands, you'll be successful. She's a card of whole-assing something. You can't just half-ass something. You have to whole-ass one thing really, really well with the Queen of Wands, and you'll do really well. She also represents taking a risk. All the other court fire cards have a salamander on them. This one, it looks more like a lizard to me. I don't want to, get too nerdy on you here with the reptiles, but what I would say here, it doesn't look like a salamander. They're supposed to be salamanders. Salamanders represent protection from fire. She is not protected from fire because she doesn't have a salamander, but so again, it kind of represents taking a risk. It's funny because even your crossing energy is the Magician, and the Magician kind of represents manifesting something. He has an idea. Queen of Wands, she might have an idea. He's holding that wand up, represents the idea. He's pointing to the ground, and he's saying, hey, make your dream a reality. Bring it down to earth. It's funny because crossing, he's pointing to the Nine of Cups, wishes, dreams. The other thing is, if I had this lined up correctly, he would also be pointing to the the King of Wands, who is protected from fire. He has the salamander on his cloak on a traditional Rider-Waite deck. This one here, he just has the salamander right here. He does actually have one on his cloak as well. But I feel like for some of you, you need to use your powers of manifestation to kind of make something happen with that Magician. So definitely do that. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Fool. You're definitely ready for something. I feel like you're definitely ready for a new beginning. I feel like you're ready to take some sort of leap of faith. This reminds me of restless energy sometimes. Not always. I don't consider the Fool to be restless, but I do feel like some of you, it's you're ready to go. You just want to get moving. I feel like you want to get started on things. You want to see projects through to the end. I feel like you're ready to go is what I'm getting here. And so I feel like your thoughts are definitely in the right place. Not only that, your foundation, you have the Sun. I literally just feel like this is a big green light from the universe. It's saying, yes, it is time for you to move forward. I'm pretty sure in your reading about your desires, I'll try to remember to link that down below, Capricorn. I'm pretty sure that in that reading, I said something about you getting a green light from the universe. I'm getting a very similar message for you here, where it's almost like the universe is yes, go. It is time. I feel like the person behind you is about to start honking their horn, It's the universe is going to be let's go, let's get started. So for those of you that are thinking about starting anything, I would get moving. All three Earth signs had very similar messages, kind of interesting. So if you have Earth in your chart anywhere else, I would definitely go watch those. But, I feel like you're ready to go with the Sun. I feel like you have the very enthusiastic energy here as well. The Fool, the Sun. So it's almost like you have the enthusiasm. Even you could consider the King and Queen of Wands kind of more enthusiastic as well. The fire signs can represent enthusiasm, excitement, ready to go type of energy. Sometimes I think that's all we need to be successful is just that enthusiasm, right? Being willing to move forward and do something. In the past, you have these Six of Swords. I definitely feel, I know you have been through some choppy waters. You're getting to the other side. Doesn't really matter. So, again, I feel like you're just moving past that energy. Could be a rite of passage that you have gone through as well. You have the Six of Swords, which can be a rite of passage. The Hermit is also kind of a rite of passage. He has climbed to the top of a mountain. He has been through something difficult, and he has done this to find his inner light or do some soul searching. So I definitely feel that you are that kind of adds on to the fact that you're ready to get moving. For some of you, this could be love as well. I do feel like this reading is like saying if you're looking for love, it's like time to get started. King and Queen of Wands here, very very complementary. I would say divine counterparts. Whenever we have the same suit showing up, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to either. But what I would say is I feel like you have to get started. The Magician is crossing. The Magician represents like no action when it is crossing. So I would get moving. In the area of your near future, you have the Nine of Cups. Can't beat that. Wish fulfillment, happiness, good things coming in for you. So love it. Really, really good for you, Capricorn. I feel like things are going to be going well. I feel like a sense of accomplishment here. I don't, to me, the Nine of Cups isn't really an accomplishment. It's a card of fulfillment, but I feel like you feel accomplished or like you have accomplished something. I also say that because over the next few months, you have the Hermit. So it's like, you have climbed to the top of the mountain. You have accomplished something clearly with this Hermit energy. It could be a Virgo coming in for some of you in love. Virgo, Sagittarius, Leo, any of the fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo kind of stand out to me here as well as far as love is concerned. It could be any sign. This is just a general reading, but could be love. For others, I feel like this is you kind of getting ready to shine in a big way. I'm really surprised that the Empress isn't in your reading because I wouldn't say it's not in the sense of like a glow up. Like I love saying that with the Empress, right? But I would say in the sense that I feel like people could be looking up to you in the very near future. I feel like people could be using you as an example in the future. And that's like the best thing. Again, I've been preaching this forever. I think the best thing we could be doing between now and the end of 2025 is to be an example for other people. It's like there's a wrestler. I think he died, but the Ultimate Warrior. He said, "Don't instruct people, inspire people," or something along those lines. I don't remember the exact quote. And he thought he was basically saying it's better to be an inspiration to people because then they have something to look up to, right? And that's kind of like what I feel for you here with the Hermit. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the King of Wands here. Really good. I feel, number one, I love the King of Wands because to me, he is actually pretty nurturing. Even though he's a Wands card, he's not a Cups card. To me, he is pretty much a nurturing energy. He like raises things like a baby. He really takes care of things. So it could just say that you're feeling very supported in your closest relationships. I do also feel like this could be love. You could be attracting a person who's like more bold, more assertive, and very attractive. You clearly showing up as the King and the Queen of Wands, you would be very attracted to each other. A lot of desire, very fiery type of connection. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Temperance card. I feel like you're like more experimenting. I feel pretty good about this. It's like I see you trying to like wiggle. It's almost like I see someone trying to like wiggle something into a place, like a block. It's like you're trying to fit something in here with this card is what I'm getting, Capricorn. I feel like this is a good thing. Like it's almost like you're trying to find the right place for your life. It's like you're going back and forth a little bit. I feel like you're getting closer and closer and closer. But I kind of see this like back and forth thing. The good news is I feel like you're getting very close to, putting, kind of like fitting in or whatever, fitting life in. It's almost like I see a person trying to like stick a key into a door, but in the dark. Like, have you ever tried to do that? Like where you try to get a key into a door and you're like all over the place at first until you kind of zero in. I get that like zeroing in type of energy here on the Temperance card for you here, Capricorn. I feel like it's very good. Your outcome is a Wheel of Fortune. Total change in your fortunes. I feel very lucky for you, and I feel like your fortunes are kind of like going the right way here. It's almost like you're taking more, it's like I don't think you're taking control of your destiny. I feel like you're just kind of more in line with your destiny, if that makes sense, Capricorn. So I like it. We're going to clarify through and see what is going on for you here, Capricorn. But let's see here what is going on for you. Here you have the Three of Swords. I do feel like you're worried about past heartbreaks. I mean, this has come up for you before. I feel like some of you, it's like I get a very clear story for you, Capricorn, as far as love is concerned. It's like some of you I feel like want love, even if you're saying you don't. Some of you, it's not going to be true for all of you, but I feel like some of you want love, but you're thinking about past heartbreaks. And I feel like these are legitimate concerns. I'm not like discounting your experience, but I do feel like for some of you, could be like worrying about past situations or past, fears and all that other stuff about relationships. With the Fool, you have the Four Wands, marriage. It's like, the Four Wands, what do we say when someone is getting married? We say they are taking the leap, right? And there you go, marriage. So I feel like some of you could be thinking about taking the leap. Maybe you're not going to get married, but, taking the leap into a commitment, right? But the Fool, whatever you are leaping towards, doesn't even have to be love. Could be a project or business. Four Wands is a card of accomplishment, It's a card of reaching a finish line. So really nice. For the Sun, you have the Four Swords. I would be taking care of your health, making sure you're getting plenty of rest, relaxing, all that other good stuff here, Capricorn. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands. Quick success. You are going to manifest your wishes very quickly, Capricorn. The Eight of Wands is, as Esther Hicks says, your rocket's a desire. You tell the universe what you want. The universe reflects back to you the way to get the things you want, basically. That is the Eight of Wands. It's like, you in Nine of Cups as well. Nine of Cups is making a wish, so definitely time to make a wish. With the Hermit, you have the Knight of Cups. It could be a Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. Like I said, it could be a Virgo. Could be a water sign as well for some of you. But there could be a Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. For some of you, I feel like you're accomplishing something you never thought you would accomplish. Like he's normally, Knight of Cups, he's looking into the cup normally. It's like he's imagining what his future life. He's imagining his personal vision for his life. The Wheel of Fortune is your personal vision for your life. It's like where you see your life going. It's all the things that you're like, wouldn't it be nice if I had this, Maybe you want to own a zebra. I don't know. Maybe you want to have a Ferrari, whatever. I feel like some of you, it's like you have these wishes. It's almost like you're accomplishing something that it's like you've always wanted it, but you just can't believe that you got it. That's a good feeling, Capricorn. I like it. With the King of Wands, you have the Judgment card here. Some of you, I do feel, could be waking up to a person that's in your life. Like, you are realizing, like, hey, this would be a good person for me to marry, or this would be a good person for me to date. Some of you could be realizing that with the Judgment card. That is in the area of your closest relationships. So I do feel if you are having or have had any issues in your closest relationships, that you could be healing something. I am pretty sure I said that to you as well in your most recent reading. There was something coming up about like estrangement. I think I even used that word in that reading as well. I don't know. I've done about 9 billion readings over the past 2 days, so I don't really remember. But I was saying something like that, and I feel that for you. Like if you have any siblings or family members or anything like that you've been in fights with over the past, you could be kind of having a reunion. It doesn't have to be that dramatic either. Some of you could just be kind of having a reunion with people in your life. With the Temperance card, you have the Six of Swords. Definitely improvements coming in for you. Like I said, I see that section of the reading as more of this like zeroing in, where it's like you're kind of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth until you kind of like land in the middle on something. That's like what's popping into my head. Like I said, the key in the door, right? It's like I feel like you've been going all around the door, the handle, but it's like finally, I feel like maybe the key isn't going into the door, but you're at the hole, the keyhole, right? So I don't know. Does that make sense? That sounds ridiculous, but there you go. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Hermit. Like I said, I literally said personal vision here. Sometimes I think when this happens, it's just the universe is making the connection, and which I already made, right? Where it's like your personal vision for your life, you're going to be accomplishing it. So love it, Capricorn. This is a good reading. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions. But 1, 2, 3. If you don't have questions, that's fine. I'm just going to put them all together at the end. But for question number 1, I would say no. I feel like you're walking away from something, so no. For question number 2, you have the World. I would say yes, obviously. The World is an accomplishment, so I feel like you could be accomplishing things. And for question number 3, I would say yes, you showing up. Queen of Pentacles is your energy, and a very abundant energy at that. So yes, I feel for a lot of you, you're walking away from things that no longer serve you and accomplishing things that you want to accomplish. So pretty simple reading here, Capricorn, but I love it. I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you. I would keep, any door, that needs to be opened. I think that's a very important message for you here, where it's like, I feel like you just need to keep going like this, experimenting. It's like you just haven't figured something out yet. The Hermit can represent that as well. I don't know who it is, but there's someone. It might be Les Brown, but I'm not sure. But there's someone who says, I'm pretty sure it's Les Brown. He says like, you haven't failed, you just haven't figured it out yet. And for some of you who are, trying to accomplish bigger goals or dreams in your life or in your career, it's like I feel like you're very close. It's like I said, you're on the keyhole, but you just have to wiggle your key around a little bit more to open the door. And that's like the feeling I get. So love it. There you go. Thank you for being here, Capricorn. I really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.